got the day 85. It's about 5:45 in the morning. We're getting a little early start just because we got to do 24 miles today. We're going to head down the trail before 6. Just packing up right now. Warm night last night. It only got down to like 58. So this has been the warmest night on the trail. But the mosquitoes are fierce. Even though we got, at least on the trail, or like 4 miles either direction from a water source. There's got to be water here somewhere because there's just mosquitoes everywhere. So I'll pack up my head net and we'll get moving. Plans to get to the highway, camp just right off the highway a little bit, and then hitch into Truckee tomorrow. So we'll see how the day goes, how hot it gets. Given the warm night last night, I'm expecting a nice toasty day today. So we'll see you down the trail. Headed out. We're smelling a lot of smoke. So this isn't just campfires. There's a fire going on somewhere. Hopefully it's beside us or behind us, not ahead of us. Luckily there's no wind. Perfectly still, so where the fire is, it's probably not advancing rapidly. But we'll have to keep our eye out. I heard about a few fires up north. One in Northern California, one in Washington. That was a couple days ago. Nothing around here, but sure smells like something's going on. So we'll keep our eyes out. Okay, so today is the first time we're seeing Lake Tahoe from the trail. It's kind of a shame because the Tahoe Rim Trail, you just get gorgeous views all the way around, except for a couple spots. And last several days we've been in one of those spots. So you can see it now. It's a little bit hard because the sun is to our west. There's Dr. Tom taking a picture of himself in the snow. Still a fair amount of snow. Not many snow crossings, but you see it here and there. Nice little view of the lake, but the sun's to our east, not our west. But, it's a sunrise. So it's kind of in my face right now. Not sure how this is going to come out. We're coming up, I think, in a couple miles to the junction where the TRT splits off from the PCT. And we'll head down to Truckee, and the TRT continues going around the lake. So, see you down the trail. Okay, we're walking through one of the ski areas. I think we walked through 2 or 3 of them this morning. There's a bunch of them around Lake Tahoe. We were camping next to a guy that been a ski guide and climb guide for like 26 years. It was Black Diamond Wolverine Bowl. Right down there. He said, I forget what he said. I think there's like 26 ski areas in the Greater Tahoe area. So, a lot of skiing. Still a little bit of snow. Okay, grabbing some water. About 6 miles from camp. No more smoke here. The last couple miles have been smoke free, so whatever fire was burning must have been either next to us or behind us. So we were in pretty good smoke for, 2 or 3 miles. The last 3 or 4 miles had been nice clean air. So I think we're past that danger. Got about a mile downhill, then we start about 3 mile uphill climb. A little over 1,000 feet, so not too bad. But had our first morning climb, and then there's a big climb this afternoon. So see you down the trail. We basically did 10 by 10 today. We're at just over 9.9 miles. Taking a stop by the creek here before we finish going up to the top. Somewhere up there. This is the American River, it says. So I wonder if this is like near the headwater of the American River that we went rafting on about 5 years ago with Lance and Chris and Mike and George and Brian. Could be. So this might be the headwater of the American River. Down just after Kennedy Meadow, we were at near the headwater of the Curtin River. We did another rafting trip, so PCTs, going by a lot of the sources of the rivers, these some of the major rivers that flow down. Anyway, we got, I don't know, maybe another mile or two to the top, probably another mile, a few hundred feet. So we'll be headed up there somewhere. Finally at the top, and the panorama, you can see some snow, and this is the Palisades Tahoe ski area. You can actually see Lake Tahoe in the background there a little bit foggy, but nice to be at the top here. Top of the first big climb today, at least on the Pacific Crest Trail. You can see got some chairlifts going a little bit higher, right in there, but we're not. We're going down there, so see him down the trail. Panorama from Tinker Knob. It's our last big climb of the day. I think there's a small one at the end. Our last view of Lake Tahoe. On top of Tinker Knob, headed down to Truckee. So see you later, Tahoe. Another fire burning just over that ridge. Doesn't look too big, but it's a different one from this morning. So entering into fire season, just have to keep ahead of them somehow. Last view of the fire one ridge over. Starting to head down, the trail's starting to head down. So hopefully we'll get ahead of it. Wind's blowing this way, but it's quite a ways away, and we're going north, and the wind's blowing east, so we'll be fine. But starting to see flames right at the crest. I don't know if you can see them or not. So the fire's there. The trail is skirting this mountain, so we're kind of headed that way, but don't look to be advancing. I see some planes doing drops, so we'll just hustle along and get down this mountain. Well, a little bit nerve-wracking because the trail took a turn walking right towards the fire. So I don't like that. We're still north of it a little bit. Just hoping the trail turns more north. Yeah, a couple planes fighting it, but still a lot of smoke up there. Still probably, I don't know, 5 miles from the highway. See how fast we can hustle down. I think it's a couple down, then 1 or 2 up. So the trail seemed to turn north again. So we're once again heading away from the fire. So I feel better. Still want to get down off this mountain, but at least we're heading in the right direction now. The helicopter looks like he's going to get more water. Probably just made the drop. On watch duty, they doing all kinds of reports on the Royal Fire, which we smelled this morning, but hiked north of it. This is another smaller fire. It's not showing up on watch duty yet. Just stuck behind the tree, another helicopter. Seen 3 of them so far. Looks like they're doing water drops in the fire. Might be the Royal Fire. I thought the Royal Fire was by where we camped last night. That's what it kind of sounds like. I don't know if this other fire that we walked by was another flare-up, or if that's part of the Royal Fire. Either way, we're north of it now. We're safe. Okay, 5:30. At the Donner Summit. Okay, just down the street from Donner Pass is it's kind of ski lodge, Donner Ski Lodge, I think. Apparently they you show them your PCT permit and they give you a 40-ounce beer. So plans to go there, get a beer, maybe something to eat, and then cowboy camp back. We're gonna get a hitch. After 40 ounces of beer, we'll see what the odds are of us walking back. How many of us make it back? We'll see. What's 40 ounces? 3.5 beers, something like that. We'll see how it goes. Donner Ski Ranch Bar and Grill. Right across the street from Sugar Bowl. Alright, so it's just after 6. We're going in to get the free beer, but Camp's already putting new batteries in his headlamp, so I think he's planning on staying here a while. Okay, so close out for the day. It's a good day today. Just got back from getting our, well, I had a soda. Those guys had their 40-ounce beer. Got some, I had a burger, real good mushroom Swiss burger with avocado and a salad. So we ate good at the ski pass. We hiked back down to where the trail crossed the highway. We're going to cowboy camp right in front of the little hut here and try and get hitch early tomorrow. We did 23.7 miles to get here. Stayed ahead of the fires, but man, it looks like there's fires all over the state. Some people are getting off around Truckee trying to stay away from the fire. Up around Etna and Densmore, I guess they're closing the trail. So we're still like probably 2.5, 3 weeks away from there. So either it's going to be a huge fire or it's going to be out by the time we get there. So it was hot, another hot day today. A lot of rocks on the trail, especially coming down the mountain here. Had to deal with a lot of rocks, but we made it. And we made 23.7 miles and we were done by like 5:30. So we made a real good time. What else happened today? I guess that's it. Met a lot of other hikers up at the at dinner. So we'll see how this cowboy camping goes. There's a lot of mosquitoes, so I might be cowboy camping with my mosquito net. But we'll see how that goes. Other than mosquitoes would be fine, but they're starting to come out now at dusk. Hopefully they go to bed too. So we'll let you know how that goes tomorrow morning. See you tomorrow. Cowboy camping setup with Gandalf in the blue, Dr. Tom in the orange, and I'm down there in the black. Don't have to worry about rain or hail, but do have to worry about mosquitoes. Okay, morning of day 86. First cowboy camping experience was an experience. I got set up fine, but the mosquitoes are a factor. Mosquitoes were out in force last night, especially just after dusk. So of course you want to get in your sleeping bag to escape the mosquitoes, but then it's like, I don't know, 70 degrees out and we got a 20-degree bag or a 30-degree bag. So you're sweating your butt off. So do you want to sweat your butt off or do you want to get eaten by mosquitoes? That was the decision. Luckily, the fleece worked pretty good. That Alpha Direct fleece, the mosquitoes don't, they can't bite you like you can in the hoodie. So that worked. Once I figured that out, I could unzip my sleeping bag and just sleep in the head net and my fleece. And that worked pretty good. I even got out of the sleeping bag and just laid on top for probably 2 hours, maybe an hour to 2, till it started cooling down. So that all worked out pretty good. Once I got the temperature thing figured out. Then in the middle of the night, I have no idea when, I was sleeping hard, just sound asleep, and this car just comes pulling into a parking lot here and just sits here for maybe, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. Just with his engine running and lights kind of reflecting off the building. No idea what he was doing, but he finally left. So after that, it was all good. Now the trick is getting a hitch into Truckee. There's a few cars. I guess most of the cars take Interstate 80. That's like 3 miles north of here. We're sitting here at old US 40 and want to go down to Truckee, and probably 95% of the cars are going the other way out of Truckee, and there's not that many of them. So it's going to be a little bit till we see any cars heading into town, and then we got to get lucky. So fortunately, we're the only ones hitching right now. There are a bunch of people at the bar getting a free beer and dinner. Some of them camped up near us. Some of them, I guess they have bunk beds or a bunkhouse at the bar that you can stay in. So a bunch stayed down at the bunkhouse. A few are camping up the road here. We're the only ones on hitchhiking on the road right now. I have a feeling there's going to be a bunch more here pretty soon. So hopefully we can score some before everyone else wakes up. All right, we'll let you know how that goes. Correction. It's not 95% of the cars going the other way. It's 100%. Been here 15 minutes, and there isn't a single car headed eastbound in a Truckee. So it's still early. It's not even 7 yet, 7 a.m., but there hasn't been a single car. So we're going to need a high hit percentage here if there's only a couple cars going into town. I don't know why everyone's leaving town. They must work on the outskirts or something. But everyone's going the other way. So how lucky are we? There's like no traffic going our way. We're out there for 20 minutes, and the second truck that goes by in our direction pulls right over. Great guy, retired guy from the Bay Area, just out here doing some hiking. He was gonna turn in there and go for a hike. He goes, well, I'll drive you to town before I go for my hike. So he drives us 10 miles into town, drops us off at the post office, and turns around. So things just work out. The trail provides. That saying just is true over and over and over. Things just work out on the trail. So got to the post office. It's like, I don't know, 7:30. Post office doesn't open at 8:30. So we're gonna grab some breakfast. Got a nice place here, Jack's at the Tracks, right on the train tracks. It was on the Food Network. Guy Fieri, Diners and Dives, Diners and something like that, whatever that show is. So it looks like a nice little place. We'll see you after lunch or after breakfast. When you don't get a hotel room, you gotta do all your food prep on the sidewalk in front of Safeway. That becomes even harder when you're trying to do it not for the next town, but also 2 mail drops. So we got Dr. Tom doing his food prep. Looks like a drug lab here.
I think I'm getting more on the concrete than I am in the bag.
Yeah, did you buy extra for that? You got a lot of spillage there.
Yeah. Well, one of my bags exploded. One of my ramen.
Yeah, you can't punch them too hard. They're not real durable.
You gotta almost do it in the Ziploc.
Yeah, but you want to put holes in the Ziploc.
You don't want to put holes in the Ziploc.
That's where the boiling water goes. So it looks simple. It's just ramen noodles, but you gotta take the ramen, you gotta crunch them up, add the seasoning, then put some mashed potatoes in there. It's a process. It takes some time. And then you gotta package them up. Looks like you got one for Caribou Crossing.
Yep.
One for Old Station, got one for trash. He's got the production going here. A little bit easier when you got a hotel room to do this in. But we're just in and out today doing a hero. So we do it on the sidewalk. Make do with what we got. So far the transportation's working out good. You know, it took us like 20 minutes, but the second car stopped and gave us a hitch into town. Then in town they got this thing called TART. I guess it's the local bus service, but they also do ride share. So you just download the app, put in where you're at and where you need to go, and you know, they'll come and You know, they got like a minivan. They come pick you up, take you there for free. Had to wait maybe 30 minutes, something like that, at the post office, but took us from the post office across town to Safeway, got us where we need to be. Probably do that to the edge of town. They only go within city limits, so probably take that to the edge of town, then hitchhike from the edge of town up to the trailhead, see how that goes. All right, see you down the trail. We're back up to Donner Pass. Finished all the town chores, got some pizza, and then ordered up one of those Tart ride services, but it's gonna be like almost 100 minutes to get the rides. We go, well, we'll just walk over to the main road and see if we get lucky. We got over there, I just barely put my thumb on. The very first car pulls over, this very nice lady takes us all the way up to Donner Pass, because the Tart ride would have only taken us to the edge of town, and then we would have had to hitchhike up anyway. So that just saved us a bunch of time. Been very fortunate with getting rides, very nice people in Truckee. So, all right, day's working out, everything falling into place. We're gonna go up, find a camp spot up the trail, and start heading towards the next city. On the trail, looking back towards Truckee, that's Donner Lake. Just beautiful little valley. Can't believe how fortunate we were. I mean, we didn't even stop walking. It was like 10 seconds and boom, we got a ride. All the way up to the pass. We didn't have to, like, you know, get multiple hitches. It's just, the trail just keeps providing. It just gets better and better. I think that's the old railroad tunnel right there. I think you can hike through it. No longer does trains. But Truckee was a very good stop. Quick stop, but very good. Okay, so we're just getting water out of the source. We're a couple miles up the trail, maybe a half mile from camp. Not much water here, but there's enough to get us through the night. Dr. Tom coming down with a couple liters so he can have his honey buns tomorrow.
And my instant oatmeal.
And the instant oatmeal with carnation instant breakfast.
Yep.
Chocolate flavored oatmeal. So I've reconsidered, and I thought people of Wrightwood were extremely town friendly, but I think Truckee might take the cake here, because everybody in Truckee was just talking to us and just very hiker friendly, interested in what we were doing, saying hi, offering rides. I mean, we hitchhiked 2 ways, and literally we got 2 rides within 3 cars passing us. This morning, the second car gave us a ride, and back on the trail, I mean, we just crossed the street. I put out my thumb, and the first lady pulls right over. I can't believe how fast it was, and people are just generally nice here. So
Gandalf got a beer.
Gandalf got a beer. Where did he get a beer?
At the Safeway.
Oh, someone gave it to him?
Cool.
Huh?
That's what he said.
Oh, I thought you went and bought it.
No.
Wow, so you got a beer at the Ski Patrol Summit and
Waiting at the Safeway.
a beer just out in front. We were like hiker trash out in front, sorting through our food on the sidewalk.
An old piece, not old, he was young, but prior PCT hiker just bought a case of beer, and on his way out, he gave me a beer.
Very nice. I mean, where do you find people like this? The people are just generally very nice in Truckee, very hiker friendly. So 2 thumbs up to Truckee in my book. Day 86 closeout. Real good day. We just, after camping right at the highway last night, we did a hero. We were today, which I guess is in and out of town without spending a night. Got a lot of stuff done. We went to the post office, got some shoes, picked up shoes for Dr. Tom, a couple boxes for resupplies, went shopping. Dr. Tom and Gandalf mailed 2 resupplies ahead to Old Station and Caribou Crossroads in Belden. Sandra sent mine yesterday. We got 2 days into Sierra City. We'll do a 5-day resupply, and then the next 2 resupplies after that, about 10 days worth, is already set. So we should be able to pick up the pace, just move through the next couple of weeks, which is good, because it seems like there's a lot of fires picking up. So kind of want to keep on the move and try and stay ahead of the fires. There's a big one brewing in Dunsmuir to Etna, which is maybe 350 miles north of here. So hopefully they get a handle on that before it gets way out of control. But today was a good day. We got a great hitch back to the trail. I mean, I signed up for one of those TART ride share services. It was going to take like 104 minutes or something like that. So we go, well, let's just walk down to the main street and see what happens. Maybe we can get a ride. And we walked there. I mean, we just crossed the street. I literally am just putting my thumb out, and this lady just pulls right over. I mean, that's the fastest hitch in the West. And she was very nice, very supportive hikers. Everyone in town was real supportive hikers. So it was just a great town stop overall. Got resupplies, ate a couple good meals, got ourselves set up, and then we hiked up maybe 2.5 miles. Got some water for tomorrow. So tomorrow I think we're going to do like 23 miles, and then we'll have maybe a shorter day to lay up to Old Station tomorrow. Then kind of do the same thing, get in and out of Old Station, pick up 4 or 5 days of food, and keep moving down the trail. Real good day today. It's a little bit cooler than last night. It was warm. It's already cooling down now, so it should be an enjoyable night. Mosquitoes aren't bad. So we'll jump in bed early. I think we're going to get up early tomorrow, and we'll see you down the trail.